What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Sorry for the late start, about 10 minutes behind, but not my fault. Internet went down half an hour ago, so that makes life a bit of a challenge. But I even went on the Discord for anyone that stops by my Discord and said, "Hey, no stream today, sorry," and then it suddenly just rocketed back to life. Yeah, I mean, because I went online to check and they said, yeah, there's a problem in your area and it'll be fixed in about 3.5, 4 hours from now. So I thought we were toast, but here we are. Looks like everything's streaming. Looks like everything's working. Hey, look at that. Go figure. Shock of all shocks. All right, so here we are. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. All good here now that internet is restored, because this day and age can't go without internet, right? Everything is all about internet. All right, so did a few more things on our project here since I last saw you guys. We'll review that real quick. Let's see. Let me yank that out. Oh, well, first off, we now have the oil in the bucket. That little inventory item. Created the icon for it. Set up all the code stuff for it. So that's all good. But we want to actually achieve it. So let's remove that and add the bucket because we want to go to too much trouble. So we'll give ourselves the bucket. And we come back over here. Now there's two ways that this can go. You can either put the bucket down first or unlock the flow. So, and then put the bucket after the fact, after it starts flowing. So we'll do it this way first. We'll unlock it. Like so. There you go. And I'll solve the difficult puzzle, which is obviously going to change at some point. Right? And then it starts flowing like crazy. And then it's like, okay. So that all happens really fast because that's the cutscene that doesn't exist yet. But the idea is he looks at it and kind of goes, whoa, I need to capture this with something. So let me turn this off in the meantime. Excuse me. So now we have something to capture with, the bucket. So we put that down there. It appears. And it does nothing. Oh, okay. I thought that was working. Okay. Well. Oh, that's because I didn't actually set the value, I think. Glad I checked that. Okay, cool. So that's our first task. So we have these scene variables. There we go. And specifically it should be drilling rig puzzle has been solved. So if we come down here, yeah. So I'm guessing if I do a search, it'll say that, yeah, it's not actually assigned anywhere yet. Yeah, it just does a check, but it doesn't actually assign it. Okay, good. I'm glad I checked. So in the, let's see, that's puzzle solved. So yeah, when the puzzle is solved, which would be in here, if it's a puzzle drilling rig, there you go. Let's see, start looking, there we go. So we'll just put it here. I'll say GC variables drilling puzzle solved equals true. Set that value. Good. All right. So let's try that again because it checks for it, but I just didn't actually assign it yet. Crank up my fan a little bit. Finally starting to get a little heat here in Las Vegas. All right. Just check some stuff while that's compiling. Eventually. Wow. Really? Okay, it's really taking its time now. There it goes. Wow. Yeah, I really had to think about it that time. Okay. Let's go back to this. Right. So, if we do that same order again, come over here, unlock this, come in here, and we'll just skip the puzzle. Saves us 4 seconds. He sees it gushing, turns it off, and now we can put the bucket down, and now we should get the cutscene of nothing. Well, okay, we're still broken here. Huh. Let's see. Huh. Killer Tofu, what's going on, buddy? Hey, you jumping in fast to try and get that lead before Lucchini chimes in? Oh, look at that. Oh, you're in striking range now, aren't you? Let's see. Okay, so, yeah, that's weird because that's, so that's place bucket. You're getting close. Look at that. You're on a roll. All right. Okay, so that should be correct. No bucket, start the flow. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so then place bucket. So we're here. I mean, did I not save it or what? Oh, that's okay. No, that was foolish. So either way, it's solved. There. So we need to put it there. Duh. Because I was doing that. It only works if the bucket's already placed, which is pointless. So let's hit save on that. Now we're good. So my computer's telling me that we're getting near record high temperatures. Boy, it's just like, what, like a week and a half ago, we were near record low temperatures. That's what we call a swing. Yeah, Killer Tofu knows what I'm talking about here. Alright, so let's try this again. Third try. Third time's the charm. So, unlock the panel. Yeah, it has been, but I think we're finally going to start warming up again, which is nice. I went for a nice run yesterday. It's finally warm enough where I'm comfortable running outside. I'm a total wuss. I like it hot. All right, so I put the bucket down. Yes, and there it goes. Oh, but it never shuts off. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Getting close in this puzzle. Yeah. Okay, so why did it not turn off? Turn off flowing oil. Yeah, that's dripping, so that's right. Place bucket. That's all correct. So, unless I have this wrong. Flowing oil. Okay, that's weird. Let's take a look at it. See, ow. Let's come out of full screen so I can see those values. Move that. So, Killer Tofu, since you're in the general vicinity, just curious if you have any plans to attend the Level Up Expo coming up in a couple of weeks here in our backyard. Put that down, and flowing oil from the bucket turn off. When is that? It is the 26th. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, which means that I need to work faster. I mean, I'm going to try and put some content in there and have people be able to play the demo with some of this new content, but within reason. Oh, because I did flowing oil, wrong one. Bucket, set active, fall, yeah, false. Yeah, it is an amazing. It's funny because I've been exhibiting at the Level Up Expo for what, at least 8 years now, and it's a great place for game testing. But when it started off in that little adjacent, almost like oversized hut next to Cashman Field. Killer Tofu, you probably know it's basically the size of like a conference room in a Holiday Inn. You know, I mean, it was not humongous. But they expanded, and then they started showing up at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and it started off like in a part of the South, and then it got bigger and bigger, and I think it's actually taking over the entire West Wing, which has to happen pretty fast because no, they can't be right. Wait, oh no, because it's afterwards. That's right. But yeah, I think it's taken the entire West area, or at least a good chunk of the new West Convention Center area, which is humongous. Last year we were in the South one, and every year when we were in the South one, it was like for at least 5 years we've been there, and it just kept getting wider and wider. And last year it actually reached the back wall. I don't know if there's any like discount Groupon stuff for it. I would actually offer up a spare badge since I have a table, but actually I have a buddy of mine that's going to come and help me out. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll have one to spare. But I'll just do a quick search. Let's see. Do for Level Up. And I see nothing coming up there, unfortunately. They used to offer, but I mean, the attendance is like massive. I think it's like in the high, 5 digits. I mean, almost reaching up to like 100,000 people. I mean, that's getting dangerously close to like Comic-Con numbers, you know. And I love the fact that it's right up the street. It's just super convenient for us. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't see any discounts. They don't do that anymore. Darn shame. But anyways, it's a fantastic conference. There's lots of sports gaming stuff there, as well as a few of us indie devs, and a whole ton of all kinds of exhibits, or not exhibits, but sellers. I would say 60% of it is people with booths selling all kinds of stuff. A lot of video games. There's also like video game voice talent that has booths there as well, doing autographs, that kind of thing. Not a big convention guy. Okay, fair enough. Then this is a decent mid-range one. You know, I mean, Comic-Con, yeah, you got to have the fortitude to deal with that, you know. I mean, that's one of the reasons I like having a booth at Comic-Con, which means I can hide behind the table and not deal with the 130,000 plus individuals that are jamming through the hallways there, because it just is packed. But yeah, take a look. All right, so now I think that should be getting both of them. So the flowing oil is just not turning off as fast, but that's fine. So insert the key. Do like that. Boom. Okay. Put the bucket down. It fills up. Oh, that's right. I was gonna like manually move the camera. I might as well. So I can, because if we do it the other way, if we do it the other order, so let's try that one more time. But this time, we'll put the bucket down first. Same result, just different code depending on the order and how it happens. So we put the bucket there, and then he looks at it as like still dripping, just barely dripping. And then we open this, we do the puzzle, done, there. So we see that little more cinematic view of it, just dumping it into the bucket there. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll steal that camera angle. Let's see. One sec. My phone's kind of messing up here. Okay. Let's jump here. This would be yeah, fill the bucket with oil, and there's our camera. So we're just gonna borrow those values, shrink this down so I can see it. And this is if you put the bucket down afterwards. And I've lost it. Let's close it. Place bucket. There it is. Lucchini, what's up, buddy? Hey, hey. You shouldn't have given Lucchini a heads up. You know, you should have told him that the Russian roulette. You've pulled the trigger 5 times. But Lucchini is confident. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys even noticed, but I actually didn't even get started until 10 minutes after the hour, just because my internet disappeared on me about half an hour ago. And I even went on Discord and just went, not streaming today, guys. I have no internet. You know, and then because Cox, my service provider, which is aptly named, told me that they weren't going to have it back up for another, like, almost 4 hours. And then suddenly, they fixed something. They are, aren't they? You know, and it's just, there's not much in terms of choice. We're supposed to get Google Fiber, like next year, middle of next year is a choice. There's CenturyLink, but I think that's sort of a lateral move in terms of service at best. But yeah, hopefully Google Fiber will be an improvement next year, because I would love to tell Cox bye-bye. Yeah, you're switching as well? Yeah. Yeah. I figured it'd probably be a similar price, but yeah, yeah, not a big fan. Okay. Let's see. So, oh yeah, we're gonna put the camera position here. You have Cox Fiber? It's not terrible, but I hate dealing with them. Yeah, yeah. I don't have fiber, but I mean I have 300 megabit, which is plenty for me. It's funny because they actually told me, it's like, yeah, your modem is old. If you upgrade your modem, you could like get a big boost. It's like, oh sweet. And I looked at it, it's like, well, it's my plan is 500. So it's like I could spend, you know, like 160 to 200 bucks on a new modem to get 200 megabit per second. And as my wife said, why? You know, are we you know, peaking? No. You know, then why do we need it? It's like, well, because you download faster. It's like, I don't download stuff. Okay, fine. Speed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. So it takes me 42 seconds instead of 38 seconds to download that massive file. I mean, you know, Killer Tofu, I think you're of a similar age that, you know, you remember, you know, dial-ups, you know, 14.4 modems, you know, and you're rocking 3K per second, you know. Yeah. I'm pretty comfortable with the speed now. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's see. So, he's gonna, that piece is gonna fall out. Turn off the flowing oil. So we'll switch back to here. 2 weeks of legitimately downloading the first Max Payne game. Yeah, I believe that. And it was in Spanish. Uh-oh. Un problema. Un problema. So turn on flowing oil. So it happens there. Oh, yeah. So this is actually, this is where we want to put it. So, do we have my camera? We do. Okay. So let's, modify its position and rotation. So we'll start in the wider shot, and then we'll kind of push in. Let's see, that is camera. Yes. Equals new vector 3, negative 10.86, 1.824, and 7.347. So that you get to play a fun game and learn Spanish at the same time. That's interesting. I wonder, I don't know if you can remember, if the comic book segments were all localized, or if it was, I'm guessing it's just the text and not the voiceover stuff. So maybe the voiceover stuff was still in English. Okay. Euler angles. You're heartbroken. It's like that was a lot of wasted time. That's good enough. That's 5.7. Negative 2.723. Oh yeah. So Kilo Tofu. Just to finish up, I already finished watching that RoboDoc, the RoboCop documentary. Just so much inside stuff, you know, and I just the two things you can take away from that movie is that oh shoot, Peter Weller is a bit of a jerk. Actually, I saw that firsthand too, because I saw he was at the local Star Trek convention here, and it was so funny because he apparently stopped down his acting career for a while and got a doctorate in history, and even was like in a history channel talking about like Roman Empire or something like that. But what's funny is that he took questions from the audience, and then people come up and they go, "Oh, yeah, hi, Mr. Weller," and he go, "That's Dr. Weller." It's like, "Oh, you're a doctor? Great. Well, you know, I got this pain in the back here. Could you?" Oh, you picked up Fallout? Yeah. What's your thoughts on that so far? I did manage to get one in on that one, and I admit I've not played Fallout, so I know enough of it. I've had friends that are massive fans of it, so I mean I know the Pip-Boy, I know all the details about it, but I know it's been kind of a mixed reaction in terms of sort of not being necessarily true in all aspects to the game, but okay, fair enough. I mean, put it this way, I'm liking it a lot more than Halo, but I mean that's like saying that yeah, that was my favorite root canal, you know. All right. So, right, it's put the bucket down first, right? Yeah, yeah. I was enjoying it. I mean, I liked the pacing. I liked what it was doing so far. And Kyle MacLachlan's always fun. Your wife is watching it. I feel like they don't, do they? Yeah, I guess it's one of those things that it will sort of come out of context over time. Okay, so that one works with the bucket down first. But and also anything with Walton Goggins, I pretty much automatically give at least 1 or 2 stars. I like him a lot. I think he's a very fun character. All right, so we'll do it this way first. Yep. Does that be like okay? That this is there is is a Pip-Boy. Trust me, it's a cool fancy tech. There you go. I had a buddy of mine that like bought the collector set and got like the full-on Pip-Boy version for his arm. It's just like that's monstrous. All right, so if we put this down, boom, there it is. Sweet. Okay, so now we got a close up on both of those, and now we have oil. But yeah, they did a nice job of picking up on that retro future tech kind of thing. You know, it has like a 1960s feel, but yet you still got robots and that kind of stuff in it. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's big enough that you could like fit something in there. I'm sure there's. I think I've seen stuff for like fans that have done that, have made their own active Pip-Boys for their arms. All right. So then what I want to do now is, now that I have the oil, I want to do a cutscene where he actually pours the oil, because right now, if you push on the crate, oh, and this is something I just added earlier today too. So, let me go full screen. So one of the things I had forgotten to do is, so if you push on the crate initially, he'll actually look inside of it and kind of go, there's nothing useful inside of it. There's nothing in there, you know. Yeah. But what triggers it is you come over here, and if you look at the power cord, then it changes to, oh, okay, I get it. The crate would be great so I can climb up and get the stuff. But, yeah. And what I had messed up is I forgot about, if you remember previously, we split this up. So there's two different collider boxes, one for the power cord and one for the bucket. And the bucket didn't have a trigger. So if you looked at the bucket and went back to the crate and pressed on it, it wouldn't tell you that, I need to make the ground smooth. It would just say there's nothing in the crate. So I had to split that up and make sure that both of them will change that response there. So now let's go ahead and create yet another cutscene. And yeah, by the way, this is here's, let me scroll this down. We're still working. We still got tons to go, but if you see all the ones I've highlighted here, these are all cutscenes. Each one will have their own animation. So this is already looking like more content than the intro cave, and we're not even like, we're still on the outside. We haven't really addressed the inside or the upper deck or the lower deck of the Jupiter 2. So just this scene alone is going to have an absolute metric ton of content. But my objective here, if possible, and this is a bit of a stretch, my hope is within the next 2 weeks is to have it where you get the cord, you connect it to the shield generator, power up the battery, and then it sounds like a professional animator. Yeah, no professionals around here, just hacks that have tricked people for a couple of decades into hiring them. But he works cheap, so I keep using him, and he tells me nice things when no one else is around. All right. So so then you get the power cord, you connect the battery to the shield generator, and then I'd probably like to do a mini puzzle on this to get the battery charged up, just so it gives you something else to play through, and then you can plug it in the robot, and the robot will come to life and do the whole classic danger kind of thing, and that will be the cutoff point if I can get that in the next 2 weeks. So I only hopefully will have a few more days of implementing these last couple features, and then I can focus on adding the animation for the next week and a half. That's the goal. Reality, we'll see. Okay. Yeah, because I mean the mocap goes really fast. Doing the performance, I can do that. Even this giant list that I showed you, even doing all of this stuff is something that can be done in just a matter of a few hours. A few is excessive. a couple of hours. I can do the mocap performance and all this, but it's the processing and the cleanup. That's the time sink. So if I can get the rest of this code added in, there's probably going to be a chunk of me cleaning up animation for the next couple weeks on here, if we can get this all working. So anyways, blah blah blah. So we got nothing going on there. Good. So let's create a new cutscene and go create an empty. They do. Yeah, they can. The mocap can definitely come out kind of. The biggest thing is because, you know, this is called the, what is it called? The neuron, not neuron, yeah. Shoot, yeah. Whatever it's called, the mocap suit I have. The biggest thing is that it doesn't use housings, right? It doesn't use lighthouses to track your position. It uses little gyros that and sensors, magnetic sensors to judge its environment, and it does a really nice job. But it will get out of sync pretty fast and pretty easily. So that's just something that you have to check all the time to make sure that the legs are still moving correctly, the knee doesn't bend funny all of a sudden, and that kind of thing. Or if like the body has a tilt or something like that, because then you got to recalibrate all the time, you know. But yeah, I mean, still, for the expense that the suit cost, it's still really good. You know, I mean, it's you know, NAB is coming up here in a couple of days. I'm debating whether or not I want to go. Oh yeah, I'll toss it out there. If Lucchini is around, you know, anything interesting at the National Association of Broadcasters, I have a free pass. I might go stick my head in, take a look, but they have all the companies advertising the mocap suits, and those things on the low end are $30,000, and that's like the introductory price, and they can go up to several $100,000 depending on how much you're tricked out. So in that sense, my suit is a fraction of that price, you know, and a fraction of the, well, I won't say a fraction of the quality, less quality, but a lot smaller price. All right. So say pour out the pour out the oil. Yep, there's a new cutscene. And let's go find out where our other cutscenes live. Yeah, look at that. That's in these are the cutscenes just for the aftermath so far. This is a simple one. Push on crate. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll just clone it, which is always a bad idea, but I like doing it that way. Pour out the oil. Isn't that what I said? Yeah, pour out the oil. Yes. And we will copy that name, and we will go modify the script so those nasty error messages will go away. There, that fixes that. All right, that's all fine. All right, so that's all good. We can use all that stuff. Cool. Okay, so let's modify this. Let's see. Yeah, I think in this case it's just gonna be a stuck camera because he's gonna be pouring it out, and I don't have any animation for that yet, so we'll just let that delay sit there. Then after he finishes, should I do something where he? No, I was thinking about whether or not I have him say something, but the Rococo suits are pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, it's I do have a neuron, so it's the I have the perception neuron suit, which I think they're pretty much on par with each other. I think neuron might actually be a little bit better in some ways, and I think the Rococo is a little more expensive too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're in the same general price range. They're on the low end for mocap suit prices. But yeah, I like it. You know, it's um, is it? Well, I mean, but then I don't think you get anything like the finger tracking, and also I think Rococo charges you a licensing fee for the software. I think you have to like pay an annual fee for the software. Double check me. Um, but yeah, look it up. I think it's Rococo that makes you pay annually just to keep using the software. And for me, that was a big red flag. You know, I'm more of a fan of buying the item and knowing, uh, yeah. So yeah, whereas Perception Neuron, you know, I own the software. You know, there is no additional fees. You know, and I mean, as long as the suit is performing great, I don't want to, you know, I mean, I don't want to upgrade anything. I'm fine with it. You know, I mean, I still get like Adobe going, hey, don't you want to upgrade your Photoshop CS6? It's really old. It's like, yeah, it still runs, and I don't have to keep paying for the stupid thing. You know, here you go. Let's fire this up. Look at this. See? Photoshop CS6. At no point does it say, oh, hey, you need to renew your license and pay us more money. No. No. But you're missing out on all those AI tools. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was missing it, Bob. So, I know. So I'm a big fan of, whenever possible, of making the purchase and, you know, handing them my money and saying, great, I will take this. You know, I prefer software that will say that, you know, if you want to not pay anymore, you can do that and you just won't get any more updates from that point. But the ones that say that if you don't keep paying us year after year, then we cut you off and your software is useless. Yeah, well, yeah, my wife is the same thing. You know, she's an artist, and yeah, she's in the same boat with Adobe. But yeah, for me, uh, I'm so. I think I talked about this before, but I'm so lucky that I didn't delete the email. I thought it was spam. That, you know, it was like, hey, would you like to purchase Photoshop CS6 for like $286 or $285? I was like, yeah, this is, you know, yeah, let me give you my bank account and my mortgage and that kind of stuff. And but I did a little homework and it was legit, you know. And then I pulled the trigger on it and it worked. And it was like it was a special link, so it's not like I could share it with my friends. It was like a one time only kind of thing. But once it was done, you know, and then shortly thereafter is when they flipped the switch and went. Maybe that was it. They're just trying to get a bunch of people on board and say that, oh hey, now you can upgrade to the you know, to the subscription service, you know. But didn't work well for me. They didn't accomplish that. Okay, so let's see. This is pour out the oil, so then we'll just let that sit there for 2 seconds. Um, yeah, and I was thinking about if he should actually say something at this point, but I don't think that's gonna be necessary. Let's see. All right. Okay, so yeah, let's try this. Let's bum bum bum. Wait. Did I hit the play button? I don't want to do that yet because I want to make sure that I have the oil already in my inventory. Good, I did not. So we'll remove the bucket and add the bucket with oil, like so. Good. Oh, this won't do any good because we don't have any code attached to it yet. That was just a tad premature. So I say pour out. There we go. And this is no skipping, not repeatable. Camera remover. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Push on the crate. Let's just borrow all this stuff. Pour out the oil, and first thing I do is change this so I paste. Oh, no, no, no. Really? It's not gonna let me copy the values? Really? Oh, yeah, that should. Copy component, come out here, and really, it won't let me paste the values. Looks like Rokoko has a free software that has limits. Built-in retargeting sounds like one of the big features you get with the paid subscription. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Yeah. So then I guess at that point it's sort of a buyer beware. Judge if you like what it's offering, and it's enough. Then you're good. If you want to upgrade, that's cool as well. All right. So let me borrow these values. Since it won't let me copy paste, we'll do it the old fashioned way, manually entering it. 9.4980 4 1.66 10.966. Yes, I talk while I type. 583.82. It doesn't help, I still make mistakes, but I think we're there. And streaming to software packages as opposed to just exporting an FBX file. I've never done that. I just, because I actually record the performance on an old laptop, and the idea of trying to integrate that into Unity, I don't understand a real purpose for that. I mean, I guess there's pluses and minuses to that, but yeah. I mean, I've always just exported the FBX and then brought it in, and then if I need to go back, I'll do that. But yeah, otherwise, I don't bother. So let's add this bad boy. Start with this. Like so. Pour out the oil. Pour out the oil. All right. Let's scroll down here. All right. Pour out the oil. And that goes on the inside like that. And okay, so that should be good. And I'm missing one somewhere, but it'll scream at me soon enough, and we'll figure that out. Excuse me. All right, let's attach here. I love this. I actually really do like this a lot. With that required, so you get the little stop sign. Although sometimes the image breaks and it shows like some random atlas instead, but that definitely screams. So it's a good way of knowing, uh-oh, we forgot to attach something, versus looking for the empty. Okay, so then we gotta actually call it. So use, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it's a very nice feature. And it's idiot proofs it for idiots, you know. Yeah, I that's what I usually do, but I'm trying to get more consistent on that to try and minimize the amount of mistakes I'm making. Okay, so we need the use. So let's close, interact. Did I close it? I closed it. There it is. Let's open it back up. All right. So here you go. I did start this, which is cool. So before I just set it by default, any contact or any usage just has a default of can't use together. So that way you'll never have like a missing. I actually noticed that in a couple of spaces, and this is Telltale. The Wallace and Gromit game I've been playing lately. There's a couple of times where you'd like interact with something and it just says nothing. It just comes back to gameplay and acts like it never happened. It's like, wow. So even the big boys make the mistakes occasionally. Another one too where it went into a cutscene, and because Wallace was not in the exact spot, and then the cutscene was supposed to move him in a frame, but it, for whatever reason, it glitched and didn't. So the camera cuts to an empty frame, and you just hear Wallace talking off screen. It's like, yes, yes. Even the big guys mess up. If it's the crate, and then this could be one of three things. It could be either the crate, the oh, it can't be the bucket because we already have the bucket. So or the power cord. So the idea here is that you can pour the oil from either direction. If you're touching the giant antenna machine, yeah, me too. I am pretty darn good at finding them too. Fascinating. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of like the we're talking about the RoboCop. You know, just to look behind the curtain. You know, because you have that moment. It's like, oh, this one got away from him. Look at that. You know, especially like the obscure ones. But when you find like a super bad game breaking, like how could this have gotten through? Those are really embarrassing. Start cutscene. Pour. Oops. Okay, I don't have that yet. That's the one I missed. Yep. Told you there was 3. I never can find where they are sometimes, so I just wait for it to tell me. Start. Start. I really can't type. Pour. Stop. Pour out oil. Play cutscene. Pour out the oil. Alright. That should be enough to handle this. So if we come back to interact, which is now hiding. There it is. Try this again. Pour out oil. Like so. And if we're using bucket with the oil and we're doing the crate, and then we should have and then I'll just put a little debug log so I know something's going on there, because otherwise it's just gonna be like frozen in time. Let's see. Oh, pours out the oil now. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Let me take this into focused mode. Like so. Oh wait, I have the bucket, right? Let me check that. Yep, we're all good. Okay. So if we come over here to the crate and we say and it does nothing. How about if we not the bucket, because we should have the bucket. So if we say here, whoops, okay, that's why it didn't throw an error, but it didn't work. So let's figure out what it doesn't like. So first thing, let's try that. Okay. So let's see what we did wrong here. Let me maximize this so I can see it, because that's really small text. Bucket with oil and interacting with crate. Yeah. And that, what was down here? Bucket with oil. At bucket with oil. And then it's weird because it's not throwing any error. It's just that's weird because it's like acting like crate is wrong because it said can't use together. All right, let me make sure that it's actually going to bucket with oil, unless I did that lowercase. Excuse me, which I shouldn't have done. The little details. Not maximize. You know what? I will leave it maximized because I want to see it full screen so I can read that text easier. At bucket with oil. Bucket with oil is crate. So perplexed. Crate, I'm not spelling it wrong. When a crate is not a crate. Okay, here too, with bucket with the oil, crate. It's interacting with crate. That's bizarre. I mean, this shouldn't matter, but I can knock out that. But I mean, it should like waterfall through that. I mean, unless I'm I do. I'm just lazy that I like using the because whenever I use it, I never seem to get the information I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, I know it's like I thought it was here. Yeah, breakpoint, insert breakpoint like that. Oh, see, and I just like that. I just did in the wrong line. Why did it do it there? Not disable, remove. How does delete breakpoint? So I went here on switch, right? Because I'm saying it's string. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, I don't know that. Let's see. Interacting with. Got the wrong thing going on here. So let me try it this way. Maybe calling it something besides crate at that point. So. I mean, I know it's like breakpoints are good for like the specific line you're on, but all right. Crate 01. There's our problem. Why? Oh, that's right. Because originally, it was all these crates all over the place, and not the debris pile. So that's why. Yeah, you missed it. Killer Tofu actually threw Penny some extra doggy treats before you showed up. So she's just doing what she's told. Whoa. Uh-oh. just see the value of the variable, but of course the way you did is totally fine too. Yeah, it's because I mean I like the only reason I like doing the debug log kind of stuff is that you can like easily quickly get like lots of variables posted at the same time versus the one line you're on. So anyways, I said that was like create 01, didn't I? Now I can't remember if I think it was lowercase, wasn't it? Yeah, so that means I can actually put the other one back in play. That's what I should have done. I should have actually tried to go over and do it with the power chord. Unless that's actually different as well. So that's my mistake. What am I doing it? Yeah. We'll do it this way. Uh-oh. 410. Wow, it's a dead heat now. Look out. Let's see. Oh, look at that beautiful catch. There you go. That's very neighborly of you. Yeah, okay, so it was a capital C. So I know that now, and let's come over here. Oh, and that's one word. Okay. So both were wrong. That's why nothing worked. Now either one should work fine. Uh-oh. That looked like it hit turf. Oh, geez. You guys are definitely off on your game now. Yikes. There it is. Okay, so that one's working fine. And we'll try it over on this side. There he goes. So then you can just picture the animation of him just pouring the oil out. And then, sweet, so both of those work. So now first thing we do is take out this. We don't need these guys anymore. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. There it is. You can just visualize it, right? You can just see the mocapped character performance. All right, so now let's go ahead and create a new variable for the scene. Cutscene manager. No. Nah, it's nowhere to be found. Nope. Get to it this way. Not inventory manager. Pay attention. Come on. Scene variables. Found it. All right. Oil poured out. I think that should be good enough. Key. Like so. Pour out key. It hasn't been done yet, so that's correct. And string and bool. We'll just copy this guy. Correct. Really? How did that not happen there? There? Okay. Now we're good. There. Cool. Okay, so... So far, so good? Okay. So now if we push on the crate, and if there's oil, then we have a whole cutscene of the crate moving. So, whole new cutscene. It's oh, you know, actually no, I can recycle it, can't I? Let me just recycle the push on crate and just check, and that can give us a different performance. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Cool. All right. Actually, think I'm going to refill my drink. So hang tight. Let me do the obligatory be right backs like that. Yeah, you guys can keep duking it out with Penny if you want to. I don't know if the battle has ended for the night, but anyone else wants to try it, just hit exclamation point, toss disc. But yeah, there it is. Hang tight. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, cup refilled, and I'm back. Knock that back out. Okay. Let me double check, make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yep, I'm aware. I'm aware. Okay, so hey, actually I'll show you this. This is kind of cool. A company called Sticker Mule that does these really cool things, and this is something I tried. They're super small, but it's kind of cool. They're temporary tattoos. So I'm actually gonna like put these on when we're doing the level up and Comic-Con. But yeah, if you could see that, there you go. So it's a it's the B9 robot in a temporary tattoo form, which now looks as big as my head, but it's actually just, you know, it's pretty small. But oh, and it likes to disappear too. Yeah, it is, and it's kind of cool. Actually, they kind of cut it poorly on that. They I guess it's fine once it gets peeled off, but I haven't tried one out yet. I'm saving it for level up in a couple of weeks, you know. But you know, I just like put it like below the sleeve, just on the arm there. I thought about like, you know, I could like put it on my face, you know, like, you know, on the cheek. But my concern is that if I'm talking all the time, that it would probably just get ripped apart. Don't know. But I mean, it'd be cool to have like the little V9 robot just sitting there on my cheek. But, yep. Anyways, for another time. So, speaking of that too, so that's, as I said, that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. So obviously, I will not be doing a proper stream 2 weeks from tomorrow on that Friday, just because I will be swamped with Level Up. But I may try and just do a 2 o'clock brief, you know, hey, how's it going from Level Up on my phone? You know, do it that way. The only downside is that my phone service is one of those, it's pay for the data. So the nice thing is that I work from home. I'm using Wi-Fi all the time, which means that my monthly cell phone bill is very low, unless I'm actually out and about and using data, because then I'm paying $10 a gig. But I'm still considering I might do that. I might even do that at San Diego Comic-Con too, because it's one of those things that once you reach a threshold of like 6 gig, then they just stop. They don't charge anything beyond that, because at that point you've already paid a fortune. But it's worth the trade-off, I think. You know, just so I can like say hello to you guys if there's interest. Only one way to find out. See, it was poorly programmed. If it was by someone that knew what they were doing. Oh, another one into the dirt. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's see where are we at now. You ready? Here goes. Oh, 20-point spread. Wow. Killer Tofu comes out of nowhere to claim that lead. Okay. So, oh yeah, so now we're going to find out if the oil has been poured. Did I actually set that variable? Yeah, I need to do that. Oil poured out equals true. Uh-oh. Wow. You guys have completely forgotten how to throw a frisbee, haven't you? That's a shame. Oh, shoot. Let me take this just to make sure everything's cool. Just hang tight for 1 sec, and I'll be right back. Hang tight. All right. Crisis averted. And we'll turn that back off again. So what we're doing is we were saying this is actually true now. Yes. So now we can check if we push on the crate, if the variables tell us that oil poured out equals, if that's true, then we're going to do something different. Let's see, and do we have, yeah, we have nothing on the crates. We need to make, temporarily, we'll actually do, I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably animate it later on. But at least for the time being, we'll say crate, and then we're going to push that. Do we have, we don't have do tween. So let's add, that's not it, that one. Okay. Create, transform, do, I don't think it has to be local, but, and I don't know what direction yet. Let me find that out. And let's see where it's actually going to move to. I did position it specifically so it would just go in one direction. Oh, but wait, oh, because that's global, local. Good, there. I didn't want to make myself a liar. So it looks like it's going to be the x-axis. So if we push that over like so, 3.75. Let's go a little further, like there. -4? Can I go that far? Nope, that's too far. So -3.9. Move it back. Okay. So let's go back to our script. And that's x, -3.9. Let's see. We'll make it for like 1,200. We'll make it 2 seconds. And then we're going to set the ease, both in and out in this case. In out sign. Nothing else there to delay. That's all good. That's 2 seconds. All right. I think that's good enough. All right. We need to attach the crate to the cutscene. After we wait 20 minutes for it to compile. Oh, hey. It made a liar out of me. All right. Push on crate. Crate 01. Yep. All right. Let's see if I got that right. Oh, and then we'll probably want to mess with our camera position for this. Oh, let's go ahead and pour the oil. And now, uh-oh, it doesn't remove the oil. Let me fix that right now because I'll forget. It's supposed to take that away. So let's go pour out the oil. And we'll say inventory remove item. There, that should remove it. Try it again. Okay. There it goes. One more stab at this. All right. And then bucket's gone. Good. So now, if we push the crate. Oh. Let me trigger this. Forget about that. That would never happen otherwise because you can't, you'd have to get the bucket. So, it's too gritty. Okay. Oh, did I not? Oh, it's on interact. I'm sorry. This, let's see, pours out the oil. Okay. So this is be under interact. We wanted to check it there. So yeah. So let's go check out our interact menu script. see. Nah, okay. I was trying to be fancy and look for it there, but let's look for our scripts. Yeah. Oh, it's not use, it's interact with. Sorry. Aftermath, will animations, it's interact request. Okay. Cannot type. Crate 01. So push in the crate. And then, so we're staying here. We'll say if GC, oh, variable, oil poured out. Oh wait, it shouldn't matter either way. I think I'm overthinking this. Push on crate. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this should be an either or. There you go. So, but then I attach the crate. Oh, is there an animation on this? That might explain why it would move. There shouldn't be, but I mean, I've never moved it, so that might make sense. Yep, that's it. There's an animator on it. That's why. I won't remove it because we're probably going to use it later on, but I'll just turn it off right now. That's why it didn't want to move. So, all right. Pour out the oil. Now, when we push on it, it's still not doing crap. Come on, jerk. Okay, fine. I will take it on maximize because that's just jinxing me. So let's see. Let's just make sure. We'll put it here. Move that crate in capital letters. All right, let's get an answer to this. Move that crate. There it is. Hashtag move that crate. So we pour the oil. I keep going to inventory, but I just want to push on that. Move that crate. Oh, interesting. Oh, because of static. Bach. Yeah, we need to turn off static because it needs to actually move. And I was looking at the wrong thing anyways because we need to move this guy. So let's try this again. Let's try this. Take it out of static. Yes, include the children. And find where. Oh shoot! And this is like 2 axes? Really? Really? You jerk. That's local. Okay, fine. I'll figure out what the original is so I can put it back to that. Yeah. Yep, okay. That's a little close. He likes to move it, move it. All right, so 9-5, good. Okay, so let's come back in here, move that crate. He likes to move it, move that crate. So do local move. There you go. Hashtag positive thinking. So this is, excuse me, this guy. 8.67. Negative 0.038. Finally. Wait, why are you wigging out? Oh, legitimately. There. Stop shouting at me. And the last one is 15.794. What the heck? We'll make it super precise. And it's still complaining. There we go. And double check to make sure it is no longer static. All right, where are we at now? Ooh, a 10-point difference. Hey, you guys are nipping at my heels. Minus 200 points. Okay, now I'm going to watch just to see. And it's... You got it? Uh-oh. Now the gauntlet's been thrown. Alright, let me trigger this. Just hitting something. There we go. Now it should move, and I want to pause it. There it is. So I can get a good camera move here. No. And let's see. Oh, the pressure mounts. All right. Mover. So it does, doesn't it? It really does. I mean, I made that comparison earlier. You know, it's just like, statistically speaking. Oh, wow. We are defying. And as far as you guys know, I'm not messing with it. All right. Uh-oh. All right. And this is temp. This will change anyways, but that's good enough right now. So I'm going to do a screen grab on that bad boy. Wow, you guys are really rolling. This is, oh, this has got to be it. This is the miss. Defying the odds. This is crazy. I'm just, hey, statistics are statistics. Okay, fine. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting that. For some reason it says I'm not even logged in. So I tried. No, he's not logged in. Yeah, okay. I'll correct that at some point. I gotta remind myself to actually get logged in on my Streamlabs, which still confuses me because how am I able to stream on there without actually being... I guess the chat is separate from the streaming. It's the only thing that makes sense there. All right, so if we go, whoop, that's a little fast. So I'll make that 3 seconds. And then let's move that camera. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Lucchini, I don't think it works over there. Chat uses OAuth, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But it's strange that the YouTube chat sometimes makes its way over, and sometimes it's delayed, and sometimes it just doesn't happen at all, or at least not that I can see. I mean, you guys can tell me if you're seeing it on the live stream. But I'm right now in my. Oh, you know what? I'm in Twitch. That's why. Let me go to multi-stream. User fail. Really? I go to multi-stream and it shows absolutely nothing. Oh, there it goes. Oh, this, yeah. I smell doom. Wow. You guys still haven't had a miss in like, what is that, like 8 or 9 throws? Hey, Prishkor, hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Wow. Throw him under the bus. Welcome here. This smells rotten. Take a bite. Oh, see? Too bad. Nice try, though. Alright, so let's move these guys here. Oh, look at that. Gonna take one for the team. Oh, right in the dirt. Oh. You guys are mean. You just, like, set them up completely. Alright. Excuse me. So vector 3, this is going to be 12.7, 2.41, and 9.2. Yeah. So you get that one out of the way, so now it's totally fine for the next 10 throws. I think you guys should just keep going at it. You guys can't miss now. I think we've established a new statistical level, so let's see. Uh-oh. Oh! Wah, wah, wah. Alright, so what is it now? A 20 point difference between you guys now? It's, 10 point! Alright, 14.69, negative 38.4, 42, I cannot type, 1.55, there. So that should give us a nice little dramatic camera angle. When we try this again. All right. That is true. Yeah, that is true. You've made up a lot of ground. So pour out the oil with the stunning animation that doesn't exist. And now we push the crate. And I'm going to delay that so it doesn't just jump right off of there. It's nitpick kind of stuff, but I'm going to give it just a second beat there. There it is. That's what it truly means. And yeah. All right, double check this, and I think we're good. What's harder to code optimize a good UI or the in-game sequences? That's a good question. It's hard for me because I'm not a coder. You know, as you all know, I'm an animator, so everything's a challenge. I would say right now the in-game sequence is a little more of a challenge because we're kind of rolling our own, and my programmer is still integrating all the pieces on that because he's he got stuck with the unenviable task of taking my demo scene and like cleaning it up and writing it like a real programmer would. So we still don't have all the pieces in place to automate the sequence stuff. And the UI I'm using NGUI. I bought NGUI like over a decade ago. So that one I know really well. So it's easier for me to set up GUI stuff at the moment faster than the in-game sequences. But that will probably change in the not too distant future. Hopefully soon. Alright, so oh yeah, I was gonna check that one last thing and make sure that that timing. Oh, it doesn't really matter because it's gonna get replaced by the animation. Oh, let me try it this way too. We're just saying we're on the bucket and we pour it out. Yeah, good. So the pouring works on either side. That's good. And we push the crate. Wait, why is it? Oh, that's right. I changed it, didn't I? Excuse me. I did that, but I didn't. So that's 4 seconds. I actually like that better anyway. So what I'll do is I will delay this 3 seconds combined with the 2. You know what? No, I'll do it this way. So I don't have to worry about messing that up in the future because I will. So we're going to delay this for 5 seconds. So it moves for 4. Alright. So now I should push it all the way over. Well, the crate will move magically on its own. And then it'll hold on it for just a brief second. There we go. And then if we push on it now, it says there's nothing useful in there, which, yeah, we can't do that order normally. But because right now we haven't looked at any of these items, so we don't know the crate would be beneficial yet. But now that we've looked up there, we go, hey, look at that. Look at that. So, yeah, now we go here, and now we can push it, and boom. There it goes. Back in the days, good running scenes in games prior PS 1 and 2 might have taken ages as long as designing and creating a game from scratch. Did you witness like that for movies and games, like CGI cutscenes? Yeah, if you're talking about like the amount of time it took to get stuff rendered. Oh yeah, and I mean especially the difference. I mean I think I showed this ages ago, but like when I worked on Battlestar Galactica, animating the Cylons back in 2004. Oh my god, that was 20 years ago. Sorry, I just did the math on that. I just went, wait, that can't be right. Yeah, no, it is. But anyways, the whole point of that was like I couldn't leave the Cylon Geo active. Lightwave has this really nice feature. I'll bring it up here. Let me turn this off. Getting slightly off track, but I just had a success there, so I will let this go. As soon as it loads, there it goes. Yeah, so so it should be under display. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, bounding box threshold, right? So we'll put it like 10. So what that means is, so if I create like a sphere, items. Oh wait, I forgot I'm in Lightwave. I can't actually make a sphere. Really? Yeah. Okay. I'm so used to using Maya. I'm used to being able to create an object. Let's see. Lights, camera. Yeah, I literally can't just make a geometric shape in Lightwave. Okay, I'm out of practice, obviously. So let's just go File, Recent, anything. Let's see, a robot. See if this actually works. There we go. So there. So this is what I was talking about. I've not opened Layout in a very long time. I still use Modeler for making all my objects, but no, when it comes to the Layout, it has truly been a while. But anyways, what my point is like, so you imagine the Cylon character, like this, but even more decked out with more polys. But back in the day, the machine could never like render it when you're moving along. So you have, like I said, we have the bounding box threshold, and you lower that so that way when you move it around, right? Or if I hit play, so I animated robots, and all I saw basically was boxes like this. When I would hit play on the animation, this is what I had to look at, because if I wanted to, I could stop it and I'd say create a preview. Whoops. Make a preview. Like so. And then it would actually, so it would render it not with the bounding box, but the actual geo. But you would take a bathroom break, because, I mean, now what is instantaneous? You saw how fast that was. 30 frames, make preview, done. Like that. I mean, that was literally like less than 2 seconds. That would have taken like probably, I don't know, as much as a minute per frame. Maybe not that bad. But I mean, because it was a preview render, I mean, it was nothing that beautiful, but it would still just take forever. But yeah, to answer your question, it is amazing how good we have it now. I know that makes the old man, when I was young and we did it, we didn't have polygons. We had bounding boxes, and we liked it. We loved it. But I mean, that literally was, and then of course just the render times as well. I mean, this is pre-GPU acceleration, so it was all CPU renders kind of stuff in the earliest of days, and they would just take forever. And back then too, the other thing is that compositing was in its infancy, so as a result, a lot of our renders were done in camera. And the scary thing about that, if there was literally any element of your scene that was wrong, then the entire sequence had to be re-rendered. Unlike today, where you just render the elements, and if something gets messed up, you go, okay, re-render that element and slap it back in the comp, and you're all good. But just of that time, like that aged well. No, very true. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it really is amazingly fantastic. And it's kind of fun to think back. I was just thinking about it earlier today, how I played on my Commodore 64 and wrote a simple text adventure game. It's like go north, find the treasure, open treasure, kill bat, or it was literally like 5 locations, and find the scroll, that kind of thing. But it's kind of cool that here we are. Oh, geez. 4 decades later, and I'm still doing the game dev stuff, which is awesome. Just, I'm still doing point and click. I mean, this is still a text adventure game, just replacing the text with graphics. But yeah, I am thrilled that, I am very, okay, well, I won't say I'm grown up. I will say that I've grown older, because I've definitely not grown up, but I'm still doing the same thing I did as a kid, which is just make games, that's awesome. Alright. RPG maker tools popped up like mushrooms. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. The fact that it relies, text adventure relies on your imagination to sort of visualize what's going on. So there is an interesting component to that. But it's a hard thing to go back and say that, yeah, no, just skip all the graphics and just work off of the text. Yeah. All right. So the next thing at play here would be, come back over here. Once he's moved over, like so. Boom. The next thing would be, all right, so the crate, I still have that. Why is it getting staccato there? kind of jumping around. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's so only released in Japanese. Really? Oh, jeez. Yeah, you have bad luck with languages, right? For instant websites. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true as well. Um, I did initially start with writing my own website stuff. I had books that would tell you how to do it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I use all those tools now to make my website fast, just because I don't got time to do that. Actually, my wife was coding her own web page up until recently. She did it for decades, but I mean, just like a year or two, she finally threw in the towel and goes, "Okay, I accept the fact that this is stupid amount of time." Okay, so what I want to do is check. So let's see, interact, request, create. So push on create. So I'm going to do another variable, which is crate moved. Crate has moved. The crate has left the building. So this will help me determine when we interact with the crate, because the next thing I want to do is him physically crawling up the crate. Security is a bigger thing than before, so who's got the time to keep track? Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, well, Killer Tofu can speak to that kind of stuff. Killer Tofu, you write all your own IT. There he is. My job. So yeah, actually that's a good question for Killer Tofu. So how much of your job involves off-the-shelf software versus custom, or is it a hybrid? You know, do you take stuff out there and modify, or is it pure from scratch kind of approach? And if it is, can you let me know the secrets and how to hack it all with no problem? It is. The whole thing is made in house. Wow. Wow, that's fascinating. So I guess the plus side is the fact that it makes it harder for the nefarious individuals to exploit, or something like a WordPress. As soon as someone finds an exploit, they put it out there, and then everyone with WordPress that hasn't updated their version is now susceptible, right? Whereas if it's your own custom stuff, I guess that makes it a lot more bulletproof, I guess. A lot safer. But yeah, that's fascinating. Um, Agents and automated social media marketing. There you go. Crate has moved. So put this here. Crate has moved. Why are you complaining already? Oh, because I'm an idiot. There. There. Now it's happy. Hey! Ryan is back again. Thank you, Ryan. And yeah, he's over there on Facebook. So thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Glad to see you're still out there. And once again, thank you always for helping me promote the game. You're fantastic at that on Facebook for sure. I've neglected Facebook badly, but it's only so many hours in the day. It is really hard to do that, but we will gear up some form of marketing in the hopefully not too distant future. I know that's something that needs to get done, but we'll see how that plays out. At least when we get closer, you know, when the game is getting into getting closer to a release date, which is obviously still a little ways away. Flexible and wealthy. Killer Tofu brings in the big bucks. He lives in that really nice city I've read about. Okay. Crate has moved, so push on crate. So let's do this. And so it's the cutscene. Yeah. Move that crate. That can go away now because we know this does work. So we'll say variables crate has moved is now equal to true. As a Floridian, Jacksonville is interesting. As a tallest building in the city is mine for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Luxor's that tall, is it? I think he's just trying to get all your details now. And what's your login? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, which is so hard to see, man. I mean, I know it's like, you know, it's all corporate controlled and they have to like count the pennies now, but I love the fact that that beam, I always made the joke, you could never get lost in Las Vegas. If you ever got disoriented, just turn around slowly and just look for the beam, and then you go, okay, now you know where the strip is. You know, but yeah, they cut it down by at least half at best, you know. I mean, you can see it like when we have a cloudy night, which is Las Vegas. That doesn't happen often, but the cloud will get illuminated by the beam, but yeah, it's harder to find now, which is just kind of disappointing, but I'll get over it. Don't worry about it. I'll get over it. Okay, so so this is push on crate. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It is literally it can be, you know, a simple way of getting oriented. So this isn't the cleanest way of doing this, but I got to check multiple variables, so a switch isn't going to be too helpful here. But we say if variables crate has moved. I mean, I could probably do something where I toss it off to a separate function. That's overthinking it. This is fine. If the crate has moved, then oh, you know what? Actually, maybe I don't do it here. Instead, we'll do it with the interact. We'll put it here. If crate has moved, then we'll climb on crate. Yeah, and then we could just bow out after that anyways, so that'll work fine. Okay, so that if the crate has moved, then we say climb on crate. Which this is going to be real ugly. I'm not going to add any animation to this, but just for the fun of it. Oh, you can. Okay. Okay, yeah. So if it's a I have to look that up because I've never done it that way. But it makes more sense to actually put it here. There's no reason to run the push on crate cutscene because that's actually a totally different beast. Interesting. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna use that. Because I have avoided switches in the past because I didn't know you could actually do multiple checks simultaneously. So cool. Thank you. Old dog, new trick. That's awesome. But yeah, in this case, I think it's smarter because the push on crate cutscene is going to get filled up with either the I mean 3 different variations already. You know, depending on if there's oil or if it's just looking at it or no, I actually looking crates there, but I mean, so it'd either be push with no luck or push it across. So I think it'd be smarter because it's a totally different action. This is actually climbing onto the crate. So just for the fun of it, let's do this. I'm just curious how this will look. Excuse me. So if we move him back over, like so, that, and then we'll go over here. I'm gonna undo all the stuff here in just a moment. Oh, really? Oh, dude, you could have totally said, well, yeah, you know, us programmers to know what the heck we're doing. You know, we learned that, you know, like the first month. But, you know, you do you, you know. It's okay that you didn't know something so obvious. All right, so just for example, we'll put it here. Yeah, I think what I can either do as a cutscene where wherever you are and you climb up, it just kind of goes to him climbing up. That's gonna be easier. Otherwise, I got to create different checks to figure out where you are in the crate and different animations to match. I think it's gonna be better if I just do it this way. So I'm gonna borrow this one, and then it'd be funny that it's gonna be him just magically floating up. But I just want to make sure that this concept's working. Let me hide all this crap so I can see what I'm doing. Like so. That should be good enough. I'm going to do this. There you go. Now, let's undo all that. Cool. So then we'll say player. Oh, we can borrow this. And which one's which? I think this one's first. Oh yeah, the height should tell me. Like so. He's at 0. 15. Yeah, 15's good enough. We'll just leave that like so. And then his rotation. Set that up. Wrong bracket. And this is 0, negative 15.38. 0. Alright, so that puts him right next to the crate. And below the stone dev. Hey, my God, how you been? See, I think you there you go. Oops, not a good way to start, but great to hear from you. Yeah, it's been a minute, right? But yeah, I just checked on you guys recently, and it looks like let's see, you have early access. Um, yeah, so the context here. Let me just hit save. I normally go from 2 to 4, so I'm kind of over my time anyways. But so yeah, I'll just kind of minimize this for a second, just to fill in the blanks here, and then okay, congrats on that, by the way. Congrats on. I know you guys have been working on it for forever. So the context for me, for those that don't know it, oh, let me read this real quick. Websites, keep an eye on security. Oh, okay. The context here for those that might have missed. So I did stream a lot a couple of years ago, but then I actually managed to get myself a day job. That was great because it paid the bills nicely. I was working for LA people, but not living in LA, so I was able to squirrel away a lot of the cash, which is great. Got to work on some really fun TV shows, movies. One of them just got the trailer release, which is the Jerry Seinfeld Unfrosted. Not much there. All it did is you've seen the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away because it's in the trailer. So I can say helicopter. I mean, nothing exciting, but I worked on that at this point over a year ago. But I guess that one's finally coming out. But anyways, then the strike hit, and VFX in Los Angeles basically disappeared. It's now a big challenge for all my buddies to find work there. But anyway, the whole point is the fact that when I had the day job and I was getting slammed, loved it, but I was definitely busy. I tried to do it on the Saturdays, but then it was just too much, And so once the day job went away, and now I'm just kind of living off of the savings from that nice 2-year stint and putting that all towards the game right now. So now I'm back working on the game full time, and I decided this was the right time to get back to streaming, which is why you see me here now. But so anyways, that's it, just to catch up for Below the Stone and anyone else that might be just checking in. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be back. But Below the Stone, absolutely fantastic news. So I don't remember the last time we even spoke, so you may still be this Scary Robot guy, still alive and kicking despite the age. But the last time you actually might have been around, I still might have been working on the Tribble game. I don't know if I switched over or not, but at this point, working on this bad boy, actually, it's about the right time to show it anyways. And for anyone else that is not familiar, working on a point-and-click adventure game based on the 1960s TV show Lost in Space, which we managed to license. And that's what I'm working on feverishly now, trying to get that. We've released a demo. It's a brief demo. It's a small demo, but it gives you a good sense of what the game will be like. The demo you can find either on Steam or Itch. Anyone else that's saying hello, watching in the background right now, you can find out more at lostinspaceGame.com. Or just go to Scary Robot, which is just scaryrobot.com, and find out more info. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of cool. I've managed to do 2 licenses in a row. But yeah, Below the Stone, thank you. That's very kind. I like it just because, I mean, you guys are probably in the same situation. You're probably cooped up, the 2 of you. If you, I'm okay. I don't mean presume. I assume it's the 2 of you still working away. But now that you've gotten a publisher, I don't know if that's scaled up. But anyways, you're probably still in the same situation where you're like just working away, kind of, quarantined off. So for me, I like this just because I get to talk to people again. I mean, I that's one of the things I miss most about working in LA and the visual effects stuff is that I was surrounded by fellow geeks, and VFX friends that, have all this movie knowledge, that we could always chat with. But so yeah, I enjoyed this, even though I only do it 2 hours a day because I got to still try and be somewhat productive. But yeah, it's nice to be back. It's absolutely nice to be back. And Below the Stone, so everything going well for you guys? You making progress? He's a real sunshine. Thank you. Jeez, I'm flattered. I'm genuinely flattered. Thank you. But yeah, I hope you guys are now that you're in early access. I hope things are progressing nicely for you guys as well. We're still in a situation where we're looking at dividing the game into chapters, unless we can still bring a publisher on board, which we're still open to. Just saying, any publishers, that if that happens, then we probably do a full game release kind of thing. But I miss talking to Lucchini. That's the only reason. And that's it. But Lucchini, I thought we were going to keep that private, buddy. I thought that was in the Discord chats. You didn't have to make that public. That was just that was a private moment. But kind of soiled it there. Kind of took something away from it there by putting it out there for all the world to see. But that's okay. We'll let it slide. But yeah, I'm just about to wrap up. I need to run off. Two of us and a few. Oh, sweet! You got a couple more. That's awesome. Being in the same room all the time can feel like a sensory deprivation, like you're in the tank. Yeah. But release has been very exciting for us, and gave us a fire under us. That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta believe that. And I think that's also part of the reason why I like this stream too, is the fact that I'm gonna duck out in just a minute, but yeah, it's fun because I have to make sure that there's progress. Part of the problem of wearing so many hats is that you have so many other things to deal with. Case in point, I just showed that other art there a second ago. I just created this new art for the game, which is definitely a step up from what we had before. Excuse me. But we have the Level Up Expo coming in 2 weeks and 1 day here in Las Vegas. And I just got the banner printed up, and now I got to go fetch it before they shut down. So I need this. That's one of the reasons why I have to cut this off and get out the door. But yeah, Pershcore, I'm going to be signing off here in just a second. Thank you for coming around again. Have yourself a great night. But yeah, that's always a bit of the challenge, is trying to do all those different things. And that's the nice thing about this, is the fact that it kind of forces me to make sure that I got some content cranking. So whenever I get distracted by all the other hats I'm wearing, this is, from 2 to 4 Pacific time, Monday through Friday. This is a good way to force me to make sure that, okay, I'm definitely getting back to Unity or Maya or whatever, if I'm working on the animation, to make sure that I'm making some kind of progress. But yeah, Blow the Stone, I hope you can come back around and say hello. I would love to hear more details about it. Honestly, I want to pick your brain, because you guys are so far ahead of me, on where you are with your game. I would love to hear some more details about that. So no pressure, but just if you have the time, feel free to drop in again. Like I said, so anyone else listening, I do this Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, I'm an open book, man. You know that. And 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'll let you guys do the translation to figure out what that is for you. But you can always reach me. And why do I keep closing this? I should just leave this open. If you head over to either thelostinspacegame.com, or if you go to Scary Robot, you will find links to the Discord, as well as the Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, which we're actually streaming on all those now, which is interesting. That's kind of fun. I had to put the Instagram. I got to put that logo back up, because we're even doing that there. Not that anyone's looking at it, but it's there. But so anyone that's interested, best place to reach us is Discord. As I always joke, if I don't answer you on Discord, that means I'm sleeping. So, but yeah, take a look. Don't forget the demo is available, like I said, for free on Steam and Itch if you want to try that out. And hope you guys come back, and hope to see you guys soon. And it is that time. I think there's a shadow under the door, so I assume there's a Penny waiting for. Uh-oh, that's a 1 O 2 S's. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised someone didn't try that. Yeah. I'm sure someone at some point just released the game, and it's like a demo link. I think that constitutes the same thing. All right, here we go. Let's see if we have a Penny cameo. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Uh-huh. She's there. Uh-huh. Penny's like, I know what time it is. I can tell time better than most people can. So, yep, there she is. crazy as always. You want to try that one more time? Come over here. Yeah. Yes. Okay, watch this. Frisbee? Frisbee? Yeah? Okay, now she's even more insane. There you go, guys. Have yourselves a great one. Thank you so much for all you guys hanging out with me. I do enjoy that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you guys make it back tomorrow or just anytime you can. You know, like I said, 2 to 4 Pacific, Monday through Friday. That's enough plugging. Have yourselves a fantastic day, night, morning, whatever it is for you, and hope to see you guys again real soon.